Hello YouTube, this is Jeff with Jeff's Toy Reviews, and today I'm reviewing Moon Studios MS-04 Moonshine. Got this guy from tfdirect.com and came in today, and I transformed him, and I'm going to tell you right now, once I transform him from train to robot, I'm not going to transform him again until I get the rest of the pieces, and just like the others, I'll do a separate transformation video to show you how they go into, they form the limbs and their parts of the combiner. Now, also right off the bat, I'm also going to show you some pictures. I'm in California, Northern California, and it got so hot up here that during transit, the package, the clamshell itself, melted. And I'm going to show you that now. I just find it funny. So when I opened him up, it's opened up, and this is what I had inside. The entire clamshell just melted. It like 104 here yesterday. Some warehouses were hitting 115 if they didn't have their air conditioning on. Just really hot, and it was in transit, I'm sure. And during this time in transit and getting to me today, it melted. And I thought that was absolutely crazy. I had to share that. But the figure is absolutely fine. All the accessories that came with it are fine. I'm going to get this out of the way so we can take a look at the packaging first. Here we have Moonshine. Nice picture of the robot in train mode. Side is the actual size of the train. On the side of the package is the actual size of the bot. And of course we have our product shots, and that's his final combined piece there, which is really amazing. Now the reason I'm not going to be doing any more transformations of this guy, at least going into his train mode, is of all the figures that they have put out, holy moly, is this guy fiddly and doesn't want to stay together. And there's something that they did here in the nose cone, and you can see here I don't have it all the way together. Sometimes it'll go together and it'll stay for a little bit, and then over time, if I move a panel or something, it'll pop open. Not of all the figures that they've put out, this is their one that I am least happy with because of how the engineering is done. It feels like they over-engineered this thing. They have all these parts that move and do everything else, and it's like the other ones were so simple. It makes me wonder why they went this route, but who knows. For accessories, he does come with his blaster, which has a little bit of paint here, silver paint here, and the gun itself I think is actually painted. I don't think it's just molded plastic. Might be. It does come with these hinges that are magnetic, and they hook together pretty good. And it does have his instructions. Now, I've seen a couple of videos on this guy, and yeah, my instructions are a little warped because of the heat thing. They're not useless, but they're not exactly friendly. Again, this figure, for some reason, is like this, and I'm not sure exactly what is going on, but yeah. So because I just transformed him, I want to do this review for you. And yeah, so let's get down to transformation. So here we go. We're going to start here in the bottom. We're going to take this piece down here. These are supposed to tab together, and I have a hard time lining that up, so that's why it's not tabbed in properly. We're going to untab the wheels that are together here. They're on a these little tabs that tab into each other. Oh, there goes that. That was easy. Don't want to do that just yet because that's going to mess some stuff up. Okay, so just get those done. Fold those down, get them out of the way. Fold these down, those out of the way. We're going to raise this up here so you can see what I'm doing. So there's these two ports here that these tabs are supposed to go into. Lining it up, I had it and it slipped and it just wouldn't stay together. So pull this down. We're going to take this piece here, untab that. It's going to come down. There is a small tab that'll go into the back of this slot here, right there. You can see it. And it's the same thing on this side too. And then there is a peg that goes into this port. There are no ports for these. This actually goes into the back, which I'll show later. I'm going to go ahead and get these out of the way for now. That. Pull these pieces out here. We're going to take the nose cone. And I feel kind of bad for doing it because it took me so long to get that straightened up. And you're going to bring this up, fold it in on itself, both of these, and it'll hook together. You're going to take this piece here, bring this down. It's going to fold in like so. Here, I'm going to go ahead and bring these pieces up. It's kind of just getting everything out now because we got to untab everything. So okay, get that untabbed, and untabbed. Okay, I'm going to bring this, separate that from the top there, and the top there. And see, this is going to become a huge, as you can already see, it's a mess, really. Comes out, and these are going to come down. So when you accordion this out, you're going to have these tabs on both shoulders. Now it's going to go in there. That's going to help lock everything into place. You're going to bring the arms down. You're also bring this out of the way. There's his head there. You have a slot here and here. There are tabs here that are going to go hook right into that. We'll get in there here. I'm going to bring this piece forward as well. Oh boy, it's stuck. How did you get stuck? There we go. This piece got snagged up in this slot here. So you're going to take this down. You're going to just flip this whole thing around this ball peg here. It's going to go back down in here like so. And that's just going to kind of slide through. And then this will come back. You'll see this plastic slide here that's going to go in there. It's going to activate, tab it in. Now my head on this figure is so loose. I am going to have to do something for the ball peg in his neck. There we go. Everything's lined up there and there. And then we're just going to collapse all that. So before putting these pieces in there, I just noticed you're going to want to pull this piece out first. So when these go in, these metal pieces here, they will actually cover a portion of the outer peg to help lock those in place too. So that's good to know. So it's there. Come back here. Again, this will just be up here. You're going to take the white and it's going to peg in there. Should be able to see it here. This piece gets out of the way. Right. like that. You're gonna take these pieces here, gonna put these down. There are tabs here on the side here. So when you do pull this piece down here, this is gonna tab right into there. So make sure that's lined up, and that works right there. So this piece is here. We have this out of the way. We're going to take the head of the combiner. We're going to collapse it down on itself. Peekaboo. That's going to fold in right in there. So that'll push this up here, get everything kind of locked into place. And then here, I'm going to take this piece here, and we're going to bring, this is on a hinge here. Oh no, this is going to come down like so. So it's going to be there. And you got these two ports here, and they're going to port in right. And this isn't wanting to go in, so I'm wondering, oh, it's because the head's not straight. There we go. Get the head all straight, that piece straightened out. That'll plug right in there. And it's still not wanting to go in for some reason. It's not seating properly. Come on. There we go. Good little squeeze in there. There we go. So the backpack's on there. You're going to have these pieces here that act as the hip skirts that are going to go into the back. You're going to fold this on itself. This one's already accordion hinged down. You're going to fold this one in on itself like so. And these are on a hinge here. And these are going to come all the way back. And these are going to tab together. The top panels will tab together. And then they're going to push into place. Well, I guess they didn't tab in together. I mean, you can. They should tab. And together, I'm not lining them up right for some reason. There we go. Okay, so that's a little butt flap in the back. And so for the legs, we'll come back up and we'll do the arms. Well, we can do the arms now. So bring these up. There's a double hinge here. You can actually leave this down if you want. It'll give you more articulation, but it won't look right. So bring these up. The arms, once you have, this was like this, you accordion this, bring this down on this hinge here, and that's going to lock it. You have a little groove, and it's going to kind of tab into place there. You're going to take the hand and you're going to fold it out. Hand was like this. You're going to fold the hand out here. You're going to take this piece here and bring this down. Then you're going to take this up, and there's a tab here and a longer tab here, and you're just going to bring this around. And everything's going to click into place. Bring that down, bring the flap down, and there you have one arm. Now, this we're just going to bring it like that. Boy, oh boy. See, his head is really loose. And I'm not sure if it's from the heat or what, but I can just take a little nail polish, remove the screw, and then put it back on there, and that should just tighten up the joint. I did have an issue where a couple of my fingers were turned around, so be careful of that. As well, extend the arm again. It's going to be the same thing on this side. Go ahead, bring the arm out, fold this in, fold this. Make sure that these are facing down. Those are part of the connectors for the combine mode. You're just going to pull that down. There's a little slot there. It's going to come all the way around again. Kind of everything's lined up here, and then boom, there is his other arm. Bring the shoulder piece. Oh, that's not good. Put that all back in there. And this one also has the weird circumstances where some of the joints are really loose, and then some of them are tight. And then there we go. That in there and down. And there we have that. Out of the way. We're going to take the legs and we're going to turn at the knee, bring these around, bring these around. I'm doing this now because it just makes it easier to work with. Boy, some of these tabs do not want to stay, so be very careful. And I'm just going to tell you, your mileage is going to vary on these figures because they are third-party figures. This one though, for this set, as great as the other 3 figures have been so far, I'm really surprised at the quality of this one in particular, because this is the headpiece. This is the main top of the torso, and he doesn't seem as sturdy, at least in bot mode. Hopefully in the combine mode, which I'm not going to find out for a little while, he's a lot more sturdy. There is die cast in this guy. I could feel the weight, feel the heft for it, which is great. But there were some people that I saw a couple of videos. They were angry, very, very angry. So you have these pieces here. Okay, so looking at the legs, this actually comes back here. I wish this would just kind of fold in on itself and this wraps around, but it doesn't do that. It does that for the head mode or the combiner mode. So what we're going to do here is we have this here. We have to bring this up here. A little lever here, goes back up like so. You're going to take this and you're going to separate it. And this on a hinge here. It's on a hinge here, and you're going to bring that hinge down because you're going to want to use, you're going to need that out of the way for now. You're going to bring this piece down, close that. And now this piece is just going to come around and just close. Now when you're, first time you're transforming this guy, it looks like it's on a hinge the way it's in the instruction booklet, but this just actually just folds open, and it is a little difficult. The reason why I told you to bring this piece down is because you need it as part of the ankle rocker. Plus, otherwise it gets stuck in there and you are not going to have any ankle movement. You're going to bring this down. You're going to fold this in here. And I did not go over the details of the train. I apologize. The train is very well painted. Maybe I'll go over it in better detail, but the train is very well painted. How's that? Just notice that. Now, just remembered. Sorry, guys. Here we're going to do the same thing. We're going to separate this piece on this hinge here, fold down here. I'm going to untab this piece here. It's going to come close around here, bring blue panel down, bring this here out, bring the foot forward, and this is just going to all do all of that fun stuff right there and there. Now, when you get him out of the box, now for me, you saw my plastic was melted, and I'm not sure if that had anything to do with some of the joints being the way they are right out of the box or whatever. Maybe his head being loose the way it is from the heat. I'm not sure, but that came undone again. But yeah. Oh man, his arm came loose. Okay, so here he is in his robot mode. I'm going to bring this camera down a little bit. And, you know, like the rest of them, he is painted really, really great. There's die cast, not as much, and I have a feeling that's because he is the head and shoulders of the figure. Of the combined figure, and I think they're trying to do that to be not as top heavy, because the torso itself, which is Iron Arm MS-03, is really heavy, really sturdy, really chunky bot. Now, man, I really messed up some of these. I'll go over that pretty soon. Another reason I'm not going to be transforming him that often. This guy is a little lighter than the others. I can feel that he's lighter. Again, a little bit of die cast, not as much as the others. And it's because I really do think it's because he's the top with the head and so forth. So I can tell right now that based on the transformation, I can see like little nicks in paint. Little nick here, little rubs and stuff. And it's because everything is so fiddly. And this one section here does not want to come together when you go into the train mode. I'm not sure what the idea was, what the thought process of the engineering team was, but I wish they had done something a little bit better, a little different, because, yeah, of all the bots, and I do like all the bots, including this one, he is my least favorite. He does have... let's go into articulation. He can look all over the place, 360. Again, his head is loose. There's a hinge here that you can use to, if you want to bring it so where you can look really far down. You know, and he can look a decent amount up without that, down without that as well. He does have full 360 in the arms. He does have, if you get this out of the way, just gets arm out a little bit. There is a extra hinge here, so you can get a little bit further out. But it looks weird, his arm like that. So you can get pretty much, if you want to, you can get some poses like that. Full 360. He does have a upper bicep swivel. He has 90-degree bend out the elbows. I mean, he tighten his head. He does have a wrist swivel. Each finger has the base knuckle and is a ball peg with a little pin or a little joint here in the knuckle. The thumb is just on a ball peg and that's a universal joint. But there's no extra. There's no further. There's not another joint in the knuckle. He does have a really good waist swivel. He has a ab crunch a little bit. It's out of the way. He can, nice ratchets here up. He has 90-degree bend at the knees. His arms, her legs can go all the way out, not his arms, go all the way out like so. Now he can't go back that far. Got the skirt in the way. He does have a thigh swivel and a knee swivel as part of transformation. He does have a rocker, and he does have a little bit of a toe joint until you tab everything back in on his toe. Then it's not as much. Well, actually, it's still there. No. Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. So, So yeah, that is pretty much this figure. Of these figures, though, definitely the weakest offering from Moon Studios. I have seen some videos where some people are cursing the entire transformation. It's bad, but it's not that bad where you have to be, in my opinion, where you're going to be cursing the whole way through it. Look at what I did. I'm glad I watched a couple of transformation videos prior, and I think that prepared me for this review a little bit because I saw a couple of things that I needed to do early on. But yeah, like he's definitely the weakest of them all in that term. But I think his shelf presence, he looks great. He fits in with the rest of them. They all look really good together. And I will post a picture, of course, a couple of pictures at the end of this video showing exactly that. Just trying to do that. And oh, his gun, he does have a slot here on the side of the grip, and he has a tab in his hands, and he can hold his gun just fine. So he can pew pew bang bang, or as Emgo says, pew pew bang bang, or he could just like shoot Decepticons out of the sky or do whatever. My elbow joint is a little loose. It's not a deal breaker, but like if I keep hitting it, it'll go like that. So, but he can shoot straight, and it takes a while. You know, he's got good. He has some really nice joints in the shoulders. Are just their friction. They're not like they're not ratcheted or anything. Ratcheted knees though, ratcheted thighs, which is good. He does have one other accessory which I forgot to show, and that is the Radiatron or Raiden chest piece. This is a metallic blue finish. It looks really nice. It's all painted all the way throughout and looks good. I can't really wait to put this guy together and see what he looks like all together with the other limbs. So anyway, this has been my review of MS-04 Moonshine, and a good figure. A lot of fiddly issues. I'm glad I'm getting this guy for the combiner and not for the individual bots. This is one of the figures I had as a kid. So I may actually get the Masterpiece version just to compare the Takara Masterpiece for this. I'm not sure, because I think if I do the Masterpiece one, then I'm going to want to do the whole set to compare, and I don't know if I want to do that because I don't have a lot of room for that stuff. So anyway, again, this is Jeff with Jeff's Toy Reviews. I hope you enjoyed the review. Sorry if I rambled, but hope you enjoyed. Again, thank you. Subscribe, like, that helps a lot, and share. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.